Queen Afua is a globally respected holistic health practitioner, best-selling author, and spiritual teacher who has dedicated her life to healing our communities through mind, body, and spirit. After leading a powerful retreat, she held a meet and greet in Accra, where she gathered women to share how you can heal your body through movement and the food you eat. I had the honor of sitting down with her for a conversation about her journey, the spiritual energy of Ghana, and why reconnecting with our roots is essential for true wellness. It's so wonderful to see you in Ghana again.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is my fifth time, I believe.
Yeah. I saw you in 2021 when you came
Yes.
with the Queen of Green,
Yes.
Lauren Vanderpool, and there was a whole big group of you that
9
came.
of us.
Yeah. So and that was during COVID. Yeah.
It's actually COVID, when we came, COVID wasn't out. When we were on our way back, in terms of the conversation,
Right.
I got on the plane, everyone had masks on. And I said, what is happening here? So that's how. But us,
So it's nice to see you back now. For those who don't know you, because there will be some people who tune in who've never seen you before, you are a holistic wellness coach, womb healer, womb health for women. I want you to talk a little bit about your how you got into this, because you've been doing this for nearly 50 years, right? How did you get into this practice?
I got into the practice of holistic health, natural healing, because I was sick. I had womb issues. Every month I was bedridden. I was nauseous. I would have a heavy, long menses. So that was one of the doorways that got me really interested in healing. But also I was an asthmatic. I had eczema. I had arthritis, a lot of issues as a teenager. So I went on a healing retreat. In 3 days, my whole life shifted.
3 days?
No, 3 days. Because when I got off the bus, I had no medication. And there were trees and grass, and as soon as the trees and grass was around me, I started to wheeze, I started to itch. When I came and put my bags down in the cafeteria, I was really in a state of trauma. It was really, I was losing my breath. And I heard a voice for the first time inside. That was the Creator talking to me. We all hear the voice of the Most High talking. When we need it the most, which do He said, eat grapefruits. Because I said, what am I going to do? I don't have my medication. Eat grapefruits, lemons, and oranges. And I was in the cafeteria. I looked to the left. There was a bowl of grapefruits, lemons, and oranges, and rose hips tea. So for one whole day, that's what I did. And that night, I didn't lay down because if you're asthmatic, your lung will collapse. So I sat in front of a fireplace while everyone in the retreat was in their room, and that heat with the fast. I fell asleep, I woke up. I went into the bathroom, and for 1 hour, mucus just drained out of me.
Ooh.
That was the asthma. I never got another attack. That was the allergies, that was the hay fever, that was my PMS. All that congestion in my whole system was coming out. That weekend, cold turkey, I became a vegetarian. I never ate another piece of chicken, fish. I didn't have any more sugar, white flour. I changed everything because I saw a shift by using food as medicine. And that is my work to this day, food is medicine. Matter of fact, I have 7 books coming out in 2 weeks.
7?
7.
You already have so many other books.
I
think you published 7 books previously, so you have 7 more coming.
Yeah. But it's a series.
Okay, tell me about it.
It's 7 books. The first book, it deals with that chakra, the Arit, the original term, the African term. But each book has recipes, it has prayers, it has knowledge, it has information. The first book is Soul Food, Beef and Kitchen. Second book is the Manifestation Lunch Kitchen. Third book is the Live Food Kitchen. I acknowledge Aris, the Master Lodge Chef, in that book. The 4th kitchen is the Emerald Green Kitchen. The 5th one is the Fastest Kitchen, how to fast and cleanse and the juices. This is Ramadan period, when the sun goes down, have a green juice, have a tea, have water, then have the meat. And then there is the Healer's Kitchen, the 6th book, where I have donations from different healers, their recipes that they use for their medicine. And then the last one is the Liberation Soup Kitchen. And so those 7 kitchens are foods that you can use to heal the body from whatever the issues are.
Wow.
High blood pressure, diabetes, stress, obesity, womb issues, it's all inside of the recipes. It's in the foods, in the herbs, it's in the tinctures. Yeah.
So this is a combination of what you do, because
Yes.
you have this book that has changed people's lives. The Sacred
Woman.
Womb, and it talks a lot about womb health.
That's the first gateway.
Yes. So as women, many of us don't know much about our bodies, even though we think we do, but we don't. What is the first step that you would tell a woman in getting to know more about her womb and how to heal herself? Because we have women who get serious menstrual issues, women with fibroids. Once you pass the stage of your reproductive cycle, you may end up in perimenopause and menopause. What is the first step a woman should take to learn about her womb and healing through food and through the chakras and everything?
Well, the book Sacred Woman is a first step. The book also is audio, so you can get it immediately.
And listen to it while driving, and
Right.
listen to it while you're exercising.
All of that. So you can hear it, and oftentimes by hearing, it goes deeper, even than reading sometimes. And here, people find it difficult to get the book. So if you get the audio book, and I have 100 pages based on from endometriosis to fibroid tumors to cysts to heavy menstrual bleeding to vaginal discharge to infertility. If you follow the lifestyle, a womb wellness lifestyle, which I consider myself the mother of womb wellness because I've been talking about it for decades. And if you follow the lifestyle, you will begin over a season, takes at least 12 weeks to cleanse and purify and come off of the cut back on your meat or cut out. Cut, because it causes the tumors and the cysts. Cut back on your white flour products and your fried foods, bake more, steam more, have food straight from the garden, and the womb will respond and she'll begin to heal. So start to eat foods that are healthy for you. And I have a simple exercise that everyone can get for relief, back relief, womb relief, emotional relief. It's to invert. The inversion is an African pose to bring the soul back to life, but it also brings the womb, the bladder, the colon, all your organs, it brings them back. So every night, put your feet up on 3 pillows at night. The energy comes back into the womb, back into your breast and heart. Maybe you have if you have womb issues, you have breast issues usually.
Oh,
You have breast issues, you have womb issues.
I see.
So if you heal your womb, you're actually preventing breast cancer possibly. So that will help to flush out the arteries, realign you from stress, emotion, relationships. 10 minutes every night, 10 minutes in the morning. Those are a few things you can do to begin your womb healing journey.
Were those some of the exercises you were doing today? Because I saw you were doing a lot of movement, and then the breathing. You were doing this type of breathing.
Breath work is so important
Yeah.
because you breathe shallow. And that causes the tension to stay in the body, which constricts the uterus. So when your menstrual comes, it's constricted, so you're in pain. And then when you conceive a baby, then when it's time for the labor, the baby takes a long time to deliver. If your womb has been constricted for years, then it's time to let go. You don't let go, so then women are having cesarean section, having the babies removed surgically. So if we start to do work before conception, the healing, then we won't have the issues that we're having, the difficult childbirth.
What are the top 3 things that you notice women are doing that's actually harming them?
Having relationships that are toxic because they're lonely. They want company, they want companion. Companionship. So I say that be more mindful of your relationships. And if you don't have a relationship, really work on yourself consistently. Come into the circle. We have a rites of passage. Second one is a rites of passage. With healers, strengthening their inner healer. Come into a circle of women, elders, grandmothers, aunties, big sisters, and then come and do this 12-week with me. We're going to be launching the Sacred Woman in Ghana, the Queen Esther, my sacred sister. Yes, and her king man, Honesty. So my journey here is to launch Sacred Woman in Ghana. And if we launch it in Ghana, then I'll come back in August and we'll have a graduation here, and I'll bring 12 master teachers with me from
Wonderful.
the States. And there'll be 12 elders and 12 younger women, and that will be the opening of the state. So that would be a way to begin to raise your frequency as a woman. When a woman actually elevates, then she attracts a mate of the same frequency. And then she doesn't have all the trauma. And even if he is traumatized and he's hurting, when she starts to connect with him, he will get healing because she will share her healing with him. That creates healthy relationships. Yeah? So that's one main thing. Another thing is to stay in circle. Don't stay isolated. You cannot heal in isolation.
Yeah.
Today I saw a massive healing. It took me 5 trips here to hear drums. That's an issue. How do we get away from our own music? Where it's just normal.
Yeah.
And I saw how the women were dancing and being connected through the dance, our culture. And then we saw many of the dances, we see them at a distance. We see the documentary that I saw today, through the drummers.
Yeah. The drummers were
You
really
can see
good.
the culture in
Yeah.
their dance. We need to see more of that,
Okay.
right? So that helps us to heal our culture and begin to love our culture. I come from the diaspora. So one of the things we have to do as a people, we have to connect. Were you born here?
I was born here, but we left when I was about 2 years old.
What made your family leave?
The usual thing that Africans leave,
Economics?
leaving for, opportunity. I know that my father often talked about not liking corruption and tribalism are a couple of things that he said he had an issue with. But it was mainly, that he mentioned, but also looking for opportunity that they can get for themselves and their children. And the intention was to only go for a few years and come back, but then they ended up staying like forever.
So what brings you here now?
I chose to come back. Initially in 2011, I stayed for 2 years. I was actually going through some personal issues. My mom suggested, hey, go to Ghana, get away, clear your mind. Little did she know that me coming here, I would end up having some kind of connection. Stayed for a couple of years, left. And while I was in Canada, I kept thinking, you know what, Ghana wasn't so bad. I should go back. And then 2016, I packed my bags and I came. So I've been here now since 2016. Yeah, and Ghana has its challenges because it is a developing country, but there's a sense of peace and a sense of community and connection that I have here that I don't always feel abroad. Yeah, yeah. All right, so you know what? I know that you don't have a lot of time right now. I want to touch on something quickly. So maybe you can give me some tips. I'm going through the whole menopausal thing, and I'm being told that I could heal this through natural things. And I've been trying some natural things, but I'm still having the symptoms, yes. So the sweating, the heavy sweating, the brain fog, feeling tired. Yeah, so,
Yeah.
so
What
some
things you
tips.
can do to cool the body down?
Yeah,
Cucumbers.
cucumbers. Really?
You eat them raw though.
Yeah, I like eating cucumbers actually.
And then you may not juice necessarily if you don't have a juicer, but you can blend them. You can blend them and add water to it, and it becomes a juice.
Okay,
It goes right into your kidneys.
okay,
It goes into your circulatory system and it flushes you out.
okay.
So it cools the body down when it's flushing you out. So then does it come out this way? Also, are you eating any animal content, any meat or dairy?
Once in a while, maybe like once a week. I don't eat meat a lot.
Study your food intake,
Yeah,
and after you eat, think about what you ate when you started to sweat heavier.
okay.
And you'll start to track that right that day. So, oh, wait a minute. When I eat fufu, I sweat heavier. When I eat chicken, I sweat heavier. When I'm having more salads and herbs and green juices, I sweat less. So
Yeah.
just monitor that, and you'll see, because what happens is the fire in your body goes up to burn it up. And that's the sweating, to process it.
I'll process it. I know there's two things that I've noticed is coffee and alcohol. Those two things trigger. So I have limited how much I have of that. I used to have coffee every day. Now it's like maybe once a week. And wine, I used to love having my wine all the time. Now also that's also like maybe once a week, if at all.
Okay. Well, you know what? The wine and all that is to actually distress you. That's what it is. So just study what is stressing you, right? And that's what needs to be moving. You don't have to add on something to numb it out. You add on, you take out what is causing the duress. It could be the job, it could be the relationship, it could be how you've been dealt with, communication, past, DNA issues. So it's about taking some reflection time.
Okay.
Go to the water. You get a lot of
I love going to the water. I love going to the water. Love going to the water. Yeah, love going to the water. So a couple of takeaways that you want to share with people, whether it's how they can, one thing they can do to change their life, and then how they can register for, because not everybody's going to get to be around you in person. How can they register if you have any virtual courses, that kind of thing?
Yes, actually, I'd like for those who are ready to come into the Sacred Women Rites of Passage, the main thing to come in is to become a healer of your home, your family, and then create a wellness home. So you get empowered. So you can register, come on my website at www.queenafua.com. But beyond that, Queen Esther is here, right here to support. I'm in the States, I'll travel back and forth. Queen Esther is my right-hand sister, been together for 40-some years, so we can register through her. And we're having a special gathering this evening, a virtual one, and it's a 12-week virtual training. But once we complete our 12 weeks, it starts next week on the 23rd. 12 weeks, 100 women right now in the training, getting ready. From gateway to gateway to gateway. So we pray that the women will receive it here so we can have our first graduation, be our inaugural graduation here. And then the message is sent because other countries are calling for the same healing word that is here. So, but I've always been told that Ghana is the heart of all the countries.
Yeah.
If you come here, you come into the heart, which is the mother, which is Ma'at. You know, so from here, the world begins to broaden. So this is the opening of the way in the motherland of Ghana.
Love it, love it. Queen Afua, she is 72.
In August.
72 in August. 72 in August. Looking amazing. See her movement. Just, we gotta take care of ourselves so we can be like this. Take care of ourselves. I know I'm working on it. So thank you. Thank you so much.
It's a work of art and your work of art.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Today I am continuing with my conversations on health, especially women's health. And I'm gonna have a quick chat with Queen Esther. She moved from the US to Ghana. She's been living here for a few years now, and she's continuing to do her work to teach women on how they can heal themselves. And she's partnered with people like Queen Afua on how we as women can heal our wombs, have better health, better clarity in all that we do. So let's get to chat with her now. It is so good to see you again.
Thank you, Ivy. Prosper.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. You have been making a huge impact in the health and wellness space, and it's so wonderful to see that you've been in Ghana the last few years doing what you do.
I love it.
Yeah. And to see you here with Queen Afua back again. It's been really good. The last few days you guys have been you did an event in Cape Coast.
Cape Coast, exactly.
And then here in Accra.
Yes.
This one was unexpected.
Exactly. People were like, what about Accra? What do we say? Let's just do a little something. The video, and we bring people, and we made a big event today. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was. It really was. What is it that inspires you to keep doing this work?
I just want to bring out the best in my people. We've been through a lot as a people across the globe. And first of all, we have to be an example of the best of our people, and then let everyone know that we can rise up. We have to do the work. We have to be with people who encourage us. We have everything that we need, and it's time for us to rise. It's time for the woman. It's time for Africa. And we just have to encourage everybody to pitch in and do what we can, where we can. Yes.
What are some of the things that you're doing here on the ground in Ghana?
Well, I encourage Queen Afua to come because I know she deals with the wellness,
Yes.
the detox, sacred women. You know, it's important for women. We are the foundation of the home, which is true. And when we're healthy, when we're happy, when we're strong, we impact the family, our men, our children, the society. You know, I'm just excited for Africa right now. We have a long way to go, but we're on the road. We're seeing progress.
Yeah.
We're seeing improvement. So I just keep getting inspired. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. It's getting better.
Yeah.
We're not meant to suffer and be unhappy. Healing is about wellness. It's about being joyful. It's about being prosperous. It's about being healthy. And that takes work. It takes information. It takes networking, and we can get it done. You know?
What are some of the things that you've been doing to help women learn about healing themselves here in Ghana?
Well, I encourage women, first of all, to love on themselves. I love on myself first. I feel good about myself as a queen. I love myself. And loving myself, then I can love others. You know, love is the key, really, because with love, there's no judgment. There's no judgment. You know, the Creator is love, and love is free. We all have access to it. And when we love our lives, we want to make them the best that we can. So first, we have to be an example.
Yeah.
You know, and encourage our women to take care of themselves, to beautify themselves, to make ourselves happy. You know, nobody knows what makes you happy. We have to make ourselves happy. We can't blame other people. You know, we can't blame this, that, and the other. It's our responsibility to make ourselves happy and then share that out, you know.
Now, Queen Esther, I want to know if you can share maybe 2 tips of some of the things that we could be doing better as women.
Yeah, one of the most important things we need to do is be in gratitude. Let's be grateful for what we have. We know what we don't have, but what we do have. We have life, we have sunlight, we have family, we have food. Sometimes we get so caught in what we don't have that we miss the blessings.
You're right.
We miss the blessings. I have 2 children, a daughter, Jaliyah, and my son, his name is Hallelujah. His name is Hallelujah because I always want to remember, let's give thanks and praises to the Most High, first and foremost. And if we do that, it kind of puts everything else into perspective, you know? And also, changing our mind can change everything. Being open to change and to shift and to grow. You know, nothing in life is stagnant. Often we get caught in what happened in the past. Things in the past are making us
easy to
unhappy.
do that. Yeah.
This didn't work out, and we're stuck there. But when people get caught holding on, I tell them to take a deep breath in, and I tell them to hold it. I tell them to hold it. I said, "Can you hold it for an hour?" No.
No.
You can't even hold your breath, and we need the breath to live. So if I can't even hold my breath, what can I hold on to?
That's a good way of putting
You
it.
know, sometimes we're driving. You cannot drive your car looking in the rearview mirror. You have to be awake what's happening in front of you. So
Yeah.
if we're thinking about what happened in 2020 and no, what's coming up? Opportunities are coming, situations. So we have to be focused on what's in front of us. But more important, be here now. Right now, I'm here with Ivy Prosper.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
This is the moment. I'm excited, Ivy.
Yeah.
I really am.
That's good. That's
Yes.
good. That's good. Where did you live before you moved to Ghana?
Well, I'm born in the United States, New York City. I've lived in North Carolina. I've lived in, Louisiana for a short time. I've lived in Las Vegas. And I was going to buy a house in Las Vegas, and Spirit said, no, buy your first house in Africa.
Wow.
So this is where I have to place my roots and build. And and I'm so thankful that I did. I'm so happy to be in Africa. I really am.
How many years have you been here?
Well, to tell you the truth, about 4 or 5 years now, but the first time I came to Africa, I was 19 years old. And when I came to Africa when I was 19, I went to Nigeria and Ghana. And when I got back to the US, I said, Mom, I have to go back to Africa. I've got to get back to Ghana. I've got to get back. But this time, not for 6 weeks. I want to eat the food, be with the people. I want to be a part of it, not a tourist. So I was able to get into Legon University. And I was in Legon for 1 year.
Nice.
It was fabulous. Things didn't work out. You know, there was a problem with the school and graduation, so I transferred to the University of Ife in Ile-Ife, Nigeria, you know. And when I was living in Ghana, I thought that I would live here forever because I'm happy here. But my mom made her transition.
Oh, sorry.
I had to go back to the U.S.
Yeah.
to be with the family. The children came, and it only took 35 years to get back, okay?
But you're back.
But I'm
That's
back
what
now,
counts.
grounded now,
Yeah.
and I'm so happy to be here now.
That's great. Are your children here as well?
My son has been here twice, but my daughter was born in Nigeria. So now she has to come back.
She must.
She
as
must.
a Nigerian
Hey,
woman.
yay. Now, wow. You see? So she has to come back.
Yeah.
And my son has been twice. Now he's trying to see how he can bring his family. You know, my sister has been here like 3 times. So they're coming bit by bit. Kakakakara, they're coming.
That's nice. Kakra, kakra.
Yes.
Little by little.
Yes.
Kakra, kakra. Oh, wow. That's great. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well, this was a really great day. I saw all the women here were just really feeling it and just feeling the spirit and the dancing and the music. Everything just all came together so nicely.
They're connecting. And you know, I'm married to a Ghanaian. I'm very happy, Mr. Anthony Brenya. And I'm just so, he's such a powerful king. He's so humble, but he's so powerful. And he's into his roots and culture and Pan-Africanism.
He really is.
He really is.
He really is.
And you know, one thing I love, he really respects the mother. He says, honey, you're the president. You're in charge. What do you want us to do? He doesn't give me a problem when I make a suggestion, because women, we are channeling. And we want what is good for the family. So he might lead the way, I might lead the way. We're doing it together. And it's so peaceful. It's so encouraging, you know, it's so empowering to be in a positive relationship.
And that's wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He really is. Yeah. And playing the music,
Hey,
he was
dancing
really
to
like
everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before you and Queen Afua arrived, he was singing to the guy on the xylophone. Yeah, he was good.
All around, he's all around. And you know, when you want these powerful mates, we have to be that so we can reflect that. They're our reflection. So if we come broken, they'll come broken. If we come negative, so we have to be in that light to attract that light. We're going to get what we are. So as women, work on ourselves until the Creator brings that right mate for you. Keep working on yourself. Work on your body. Get in shape. Work out, yoga, dance, African dance. Work on your mind. Stay positive. You have to be your own best cheerleader, your own best friend. You know, the glass is not half empty, it's half full. You know, be in gratitude. And, you know, I tell people I eat problems for lunch. What seems to be the problem? Let's eat it up. Let's do it. You understand?
I like that I eat problems for
Yeah,
lunch.
man, I'm hungry. Bring it. What's the problem? What appears to be the problem? And look what Nyame has given us. Everything.
Yeah.
We have to be in our spirituality. It keeps us humble. Because sometimes if we have a degree or we start thinking that we are doing something. We are not doing anything, Sha. Creator is doing everything. And we have to realize that God is in every single one of us.
Yeah.
You know? So we need our body, our mind, our spirit, and our money. We need our cities, though, because we have to chop. And you have to have enough to take care of yourself and also help others. So we need to have our prosperity in order.
We do, we
Yes.
do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ivy. Prosper.
you.
I'm honored, happy to be in Ghana, looking forward to connect with our sisters. We're building, bringing healing to Ghana and to the continent,
Yes.
starting right here in Ghana.
Amen
Thank you
to
for
that.
giving me the
Amen to
opportunity.
that. Thank you too.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ivy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Ashe.
Right.